So today on Project Shop, we got our automatic unspooler set up here. We're going to blow through these aluminum coils. Unfortunately, this is 600 MCM aluminum and not copper. That would have been a nice little score. This stuff is kind of stiff, man. Steve was suggesting I just run it on the floor, but probably could. But I like this setup anyway. Plus, we have a couple other little spools. We need to actually get a piece of all thread mounted in here, and I can flip this up so it's up here. I've never actually done it before, but when we strip the copper, once we strip this, which is already paid for, we have this here, which I actually have to go through and sort and pay the guy for it. There's aluminum wire, there's Romex, there's some big chunks, there's like, we have aluminum that size and we have copper that size, and some spools in here. So I want to try to set these spools up because I do get a lot of these little spools, and this unspooler will make light work of it. Now this here is like, that's just going to go right in the #1 insulated. But we'll get to that in a minute. We'll get the gantry cam set up. We're going to run this wire, sort that, run that wire. Then we're going to get on some transformers because we got some big 1500 watters. We have this whole drum, some big boys down in there. And these are, we pulled these out of some parking lot lights. We got a big lighting job going on. Actually, I just finished it. But a lot of them, majority of them, double coppers. That's what we like to see. So hopefully by the end of tonight, we should have at least 1,000 pounds of copper or more once we get through this aluminum and start stripping. Because I got a whole bin of copper over there. We got a lot of stuff to do. Okay, since I don't have a big bin for the aluminum, we're going to cut it. We're not going to let it run in the long run. It's just going to be a real pain in the butt to deal with. We have quite a bit of aluminum. We got to try to get in one drum. It's just going to be easier in small pieces. Right here, let me show you. I always get questions all the time. Why do I cut the wire? Because of this right here. If this was 600 MCM copper, this would almost be unmanageable to try to do anything with. So this is why we cut them in small lengths.
And it's too tight.
Yeah, I loosened it up. That should be okay.
That comes out immediately.
Yeah. But it's just too much. It's just easier, even when you got a big bin, which unfortunately we don't have a big bin right now for the aluminum. We're gonna try to stuff all this down in here, but I'll show you here. Like if I try to get this down in a drum or even a bin, it's just really unmanned. Actually, I'm just gonna cut it because I can tell you right now it's not gonna work. Cut it here. This?
Yeah.
And for whatever reason, this plastic from the aluminum wire is like way tougher I remember trying to strip this stuff by hand years ago, and it was like almost impossible, or just very frustrating trying to do that. Yeah, they're not gonna like this down in Miami. They don't like stuff jammed in drums, but they gotta fight to get it out. I guess we could have made a big donut with this thing, man.
Yeah.
Where's my donut maker? Yeah, this would have been better, I thought, if we made a donut with this, but this one's tough.
How far out you want this? All the way out? On the end?
The one hole on the inside. One hole in. Look at that. Like a spiny fish or something, man. That thing will get you. Alright. Let's see if we can get this done. There's no way that was just unspooled. This thing was just it. Man, that is some tough stuff, dude. That's about the toughest aluminum wire I've ever stripped. So, because this machine, it's like these are very similar, and then it jumps down pretty far, and then it goes way big. You know, it's hard to get the right size. This thing actually needs like 2 more hole sizes, and then a little more consistent on the graduation. I'm literally got this thing like loosened up as much as possible. This is the hole that it likes because it's really right around 80%. Maybe we can jack this up a lot and see what happens.
Different colors.
I think that's just so you know the different phases or the different legs. Probably 3-phase. I thought there was some white stuff that went along with this.
There was. I remember the white stuff. Where's it at?
Hole. Okay. I got to run through that other hole and then run it back through. If it doesn't center, oh man, it got jammed up onto the side. So I'm telling you, this hole is way too big. This ain't it. Where's my big crooked screwdriver? All right, we got a bunch of copper under there, a bunch of nuggets over here, and this is all aluminum. So I got the jawl over here. What I'm going to do is just cut a swath through this. I weighed this. I got to weigh all of this for my customer. And then we got one more bin back there, and that bin that says 50, that thing is full of big old wire. But we'll get to that in another video. We're going to focus on the aluminum. We've already got a full bin. It's pretty much full. I thought we were going to get all the aluminum in it, but that's literally like almost another drum right there. And you know, it sucks. This stuff is it's not that heavy, but I do get like 80 something cents a pound for this stuff, so we're here for it. We're gonna get this thing here set up, and I want to make a gantry up over here where I could just have this thing hanging above the work area. Thing just mows right through all that stuff with ease. That's going to make this 10 times easier to get in a drum. How's this looking? I'm not sure what at what point the GoPro got hot and shut off, but funny, even this new GoPro, man, it seemed like it was good right out the gate, but all of a sudden now it's acting up. But anyway, we absolutely shredded through this stuff, literally shredded a bunch of it. I tried running one piece through here just to see, but since this thing doesn't give any bit, there's no spring like this thing just plows right through it and made a bunch of needles. And Steve must be allergic to needles because he didn't like that at all. That is some serious stuff. So we're gonna get this put up. I'm gonna weigh it up, and then we're gonna switch over to some copper, but you'll have to wait for the next video because we have these piles and a massive pile down there in that bin. All right, well, there you have it. We had 227 pounds by the time we were done. I get 80 cents a pound, so it's 181.60, and that took a good probably hour and a half to strip all that and weigh it and clean all this stuff up. Those spools, man, I don't know what was up with that red wire. The blue wire wasn't so bad. That red wire was so stiff. It was literally like trying to feed a wooden dowel into the machine or something, man. It was crazy. Even copper 600 MCM, which is much heavier and denser, is not that stiff. I could just imagine like trying to feed that stuff in or pull it through, man. They must have had a hell of a time with that. Because this machine, the Copper King over here, had a hell of a time with that, and this thing usually shreds through stuff. It about ripped that thing right up, you know, and there's no way I could have just pulled that up and fed it. It would have drove that spool right up into the machine. That was crazy how tough that stuff was, but you know, the Copper King still did its job. Oh, and I'd like to for all the new people, a lot of new subscribers, when I refer to the Copper King, I'm not referring to myself in the third person. I'm referring to like this whole table. This wire stripper, the two transformer presses over here, and actually the stator wrecker, which is eventually going to get mounted down there at the end of the table. I'm actually looking for a steel plate. So when I'm done, this thing's going to have four presses and two wire stripper machines and possibly a granulator all built right into it, and will be the Copper King, because it is going to be one machine that'll rip the copper out of anything. Okay, so when I say that, this is what I'm referring to, not myself. And we got a lot of upgrades. I was just thinking about some upgrades for this today. I need to actually pull this off. I've been getting a couple people suggesting I get back in there and clean the copper that's up underneath of this thing. There's a huge little nugget back there. And I tried stripping with this thing today at the aluminum. Didn't work so well. But this thing here, I would actually like to incorporate into this machine so it's running off of this motor here. And because right now it's only got like a 1.5 or 2 horse motor. And this 5 horse motor here has got plenty. I got extra pulleys on there. We can get something and get this thing like mounted up right next to this. And we have to, I want to make a new plate here with some springs so we can run both these at the same time, man. You know, I really want to be able to set this up, because if I'm running 500 MCM, I can feed 2 in this at once and 1 through here. But we got to get this in dialed in so it's not making needles. And that might even mean I need to just get rid of these rollers and make a different set that are like that. I don't know, but anyway, come this far. Thanks for watching. This was a tough cookie here, but hey, made a little bit of money. We have so much scrap. I got to go through these barrels. This is all wire, transformers, and we got piles of wire. There's actually some wire up underneath of this. Nice little nuggets down there. Steve's trying to hide the other copper over here. This whole thing here is just full of some big boy stuff. So we're gonna get cleaned up. I'm gonna make a trash run because we just got insulation everywhere. And then we're gonna start stripping some real money. I'll tell you where we're going, right to the scrap yard. Dancing. You ever seen your copper dance before? Drop that down later. At least we'll get some extruded aluminum. Man, I hate these. You got to cut these little washers like a pair of dikes to slide that off. Big old piece of steel, sheet aluminum, not the most high quality light. I never like the sheet aluminum ones. I like the cast aluminum ones. Usually they're a bit higher quality. And a lot of times got copper transformers. Every time I see sheet aluminum, I think to myself, aluminum transformers.